popping? What's popping? So my motto is, for sure, slow money is better than no money. That's my motto. For sure, slow money is better than no money. And let me tell you why. Here we go with a call. Decline. Gotta decline that. All right, so I watched the Soulja Boy interview yesterday on what's the show? Everyday Struggle. If you're not hip to Everyday Struggle, you might want to subscribe to them. I think they're doing real good after Joe Budden's left. I always like the underdog. But I watched the Soulja Boy interview on Soulja Boy Struggle, and you got DJ Academics on there, and he really just made himself look like a terrible hater to me. It's crazy. So you got DJ Academics on there, and he's being funny. He's asking, Soulja Boy, how did he have the biggest comeback when he ain't been on the charts for so many years and things of this nature. And Soulja Boy pretty much said what I've been trying to tell artists for the past few months now. Soulja Boy was like, yeah, you haven't been seeing me on the charts, but I've been selling my own music via my website. So he's like, even though all these people, they're on the charts, he's like, they got these labels behind them. He's like, they own all the streaming platforms, which he's on the streaming platforms as well. He was like, I was selling all of my music literally real. He said, I'm real independent. He's like, through my website. He's like, and this is the thing. He was like, I'd rather sell 100,000 CDs independently through my website because I know I got the fan base to do it. I'd rather sell 100,000 CDs real slow through my website at $10.99 a pop and make $1 million for every CD that I drop, and I'm good. And do you know that this is what he's been doing? He's literally been selling 100,000 CDs when he releases his CDs on his website. So it's not necessarily he's selling 100,000 in a week. Don't get it twisted. But if he's selling 100,000 CDs throughout the year of one CD, or if he's just selling 100,000 CDs throughout the year, period, through his own platform, he's winning. And this is why Soulja Boy is able to talk and be goofy the way that he is, because at the end of the day, it's everybody else that's the real goofies. At the end of the day, everybody else y'all the real goofies, flat out. Because I agree with everything that he was saying. Y'all the real goofies because you allow these companies to get over on you. So the thing is, even though you find all these artists on here getting all these streams, right? Soulja Boy can actually show that he was making the real money. And that's the thing. Having 1 million streams, I'm going to tell you, don't mean shit when you count and you bring it back to the numbers. And I guarantee you that Soulja Boy can show that he's been making more money than these artists as far as record sales, because he's the outlet. He's the plug. He's the distributor. He's a distributor, digitally, physically, all that. You see what I'm saying? So if Soulja Boy already laid the blueprint, which I got to give him his respect, it seems that he did, and it's working, you think that, because this is the thing, this is the whole thing, let me tell you. And I don't care what anybody says, I know the psychology of the artist. What happens is, hold on, just bear with me here real fast. What happens with the artists in these companies is they want to be branded they figure it's better to just be branded with the emblem of these companies. I kind of lost my thought on what I was saying at the end of the day. But anyway, Soulja Boy laid the blueprint for you. Because this is what it is. I'm sorry. I got my step there. Thank you, Soulja Boy. All these artists, this is what I can see from the mentality of the artist. All the artists right now, especially if you don't have a super duper big name, because you're not making no money right now anyway. Let's just keep it real. You're not making no money on these platforms like that anyway. You're spending more money on your music career than you're making in these streams. Let's just keep it real. But what happens is, while you find all these artists on these streaming platforms getting robbed like that, is because they're looking for validation. They want to be validated. They want to look for validation from somebody else. Yeah, I'm on Apple. Okay, and Soulja Boy ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. They're looking for validation for these charts. Yeah, I'm ranked 2,000,007 on the Apple charts. Why does that matter for the validation where you ranked on these charts when really you should be trying to get your money? You should be trying to pay your bills. You should, that is the whole thing. Not trying to be clout chasing so everybody can see that you're making big cake online so you can be like the Migos and have it. No, that's the whole thing. The game has changed now with this music stuff. It's about being able to pay your bills, paying your car note, paying your gas bill, not trying to get on the internet and floss and trying to be like the Migos. Period. Because they got a big machine behind them already. So when it comes to Apple, iTunes, and Spotify and things of this nature, these dudes are going to make their money. You're not. You're little Joe Schmo, little MC, little Joe Schmo MC, MC Joe Schmo. You're not going to make the bread that you think you are in trying to drive traffic to all these different platforms. Period. You're not. So when I'm looking at DJ Academics try to take these cheap shots yesterday on this interview with Soulja Boy, I'm sitting here loving what Soulja Boy is saying. I don't necessarily agree with like the personality antics, but I'm loving what he's saying. I'm loving what he's saying. Yeah, you ain't seen me on the charts, but dude, I'm selling 100,000 CDs. I'd rather sell 100,000 CDs real slow at $10 a pop, you know what I'm saying? And own everything, 100%, and own everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving up your ownership whether you know it or not. You're giving up your ownership whether you know it or not. What's the use of saying it was such and such, whatever the case? I'm telling you. Y'all putting yourselves in a pond of big fish, in an ocean of big sharks, octopuses, and mermaids with these streaming companies, and you don't got no name. I could see if you really had like a real big name like that, even on a underground level, you got dudes that's really eating on the streaming platform, but a lot of y'all are not there. You see what I'm saying? So why would you not have your own platform? This is the 21st century where you boss up at. This is not the 21st century to where these people make it easy for me, so I'm going to allow them to eat more off of my content than what I eat off of. At the end of the day, that's why I like Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy's like, I got an option for a major deal. I got the option now. And at the end of the day, I don't need these people. That's why I took this record deal. Because they was trying to ask him, he was like, well, why did you take this record deal? He's like, because I got the options to do it. Period. Because I got the option to do it. I do not need these big companies. Then they showed an image, because I guess Tyga posted an image of his streams compared to Soulja Boy streams. So Tyga got like over 840 million streams and Soulja Boy only got 100 million streams. But I guarantee you Soulja Boy was eating better. I guarantee you Soulja Boy has sales records of the sales that's been coming through his website. I guarantee you Soulja Boy eats better than a lot of these artists that y'all admire with they whack little wumble. I'm not saying he's a great lyricist neither, but I guarantee you that he's eating more than what they eat off of sales than what they're pretending. You see, because they fool you with these chains, these big chains and these grills and all this stuff, and you swear that these artists are eating, and they're not eating that well. They're still paying payments on this shit. Payments on their jewelry and shit. They got you fooled out here. You should be trying to pay your bills with your music. And when it exceeds that and you can start doing a whole bunch of other stuff outside of paying your bills with your music, then okay, that's the cherry on top. But stop looking for validation from these big companies. Period. You're looking for validation from these big companies, and you're nothing but little tadpoles in a big ocean of sharks, mermaids, mermen, goddamn octopuses, and big squids and submarines. Period. I'm telling you. Might as well do it the right way. I don't like what is being said, but what I'm saying is true. Get with me so I can get your business right. Because I get your business right so you can actually really be a boss. Because these labels have, not these labels, because labels are obsolete really at the end of the day. These streaming platforms have tricked you all. You think you look fly with an Apple and a Spotify and a YouTube and a damn Amazon Music Prime symbol on your CD. You don't. All you doing, you have literally been labeled and branded, and they got you selling subscriptions for them. Why would you do that when you can sell subscriptions from your own website? Why would you do that? And you can be like, well, you know what? Pay a $5 per month subscription, and everybody that's subscribed at a specific subscription level, you get so many songs per month. Like, y'all don't even be thinking. Like, y'all could literally be having your money coming straight to you every month, like having your own subscription. Period. I don't see it. But you sure know how to rap about whipping up some work, don't you? Y'all know all the specifics and the molecules and the neutrons and all this shit to whipping up the specific amount of baking soda with cocaine to get the fucking work to look. Y'all know all of that shit. Sounding like bosses, but ain't really bosses. This is not to diss anybody, I'm just keeping it real, because this is what they trick us to do in this world. They trick us to make us think that we're bosses and we're not. It's like giving somebody a manager position at a small little convenience store and they still only making minimum wage. Because I've seen that type of shit too. Worked at a convenience store. Chick is the goddamn supervisor of the produce section of the convenience store, but the produce section is only 25 square damn feet, and she only making $7.85, but she's the manager of the produce department. That's how they playing you right now. You're the manager of a 25 square foot produce department and you make a minimum wage. Less than that. Because these streams look good. They did a real good marketing game on us because, I got 1 billion streams. You didn't make 1 billion cents off them streams though, did you? Did you? And how many subscriptions did you sell? Because flat out, just like Soulja Boy said, I would rather know that I'm getting a full 100% sale of my download, even if you're going to get the song for $1.99, $1.25. If you're getting it from SouljahBoyTellEm.com, that's coming to me. And I know this can be done because I sell downloaded products that are downloaded from my website. Somebody just paid $50 for a digital product this morning on my website. I woke up to a sale for a $50 product. And you know what? I ain't got to email it to them.